Aloha, y'all. Daniel Aaron here, your guide to vibrant living. Stoic philosophy had a lot to share with us that is really useful these few thousand years later. One of my favorite that applies so well here in our monthly theme of mindset is called Memento Mori. And short way of saying that is, remember, you're going to die. Now, we could get into a lively, fun conversation about physical or immortality, longevity, what's possible in that realm. And leaving that aside, if we just assume, as most people do, that we are going to die someday, what Memento Mori, what the Stoic philosophers said, is we can do a lot to improve the quality of our lives right now by not only being aware of that, but practicing what life would be like at that point. So if we got to the point where we were dying, about to transition from this life, and we look back at what's happening now, what would our attitude be? How grateful would we be for what we might be tending to take for granted right now? What might we change? What might we put our focus on differently if we knew, if we were aware of, if we connected to that moment later on? Now, personally, I have practiced this, and one of the ways of practicing it that I highly recommend is flipping it around, saying, what if I lost that which is most precious to me in my life, right? And maybe that's a home or a thing or a spouse or a child. So this happened for me a few years ago when I was living in Bali, and I was doing this practice, and I was doing it specifically with my daughter, who was about 6 years old at the time. And so periodically, I actually had a little alarm set on my phone. Periodically, I would do a moment, and it's just a moment or two, of turning inward and saying, okay, what would happen? How would I feel if she were gone, right? If I lost her. And let's make it worse for myself. What if I lost her because of my own negligence? How would I feel? And if you really take on something like that, well, I won't speak for you. When I really took on that thing, it was devastating. And the idea is not that Stoic philosophy is saying, hey, do these things so you can feel really crappy. Well, no. It's saying, hey, do this thing for a moment, and yeah, you're going to feel really crappy. And by doing that practice, you will feel much better through your life. So a fascinating occurrence happened for me. I was doing that practice, and when I did it, I felt, horrible. I mean, just devastated. I would be crying when I thought of the possibility of losing my daughter, especially due to my own negligence. Then I actually got a deeper window into that experience. One day, we were cruising along in the afternoon, doing our couple of errands. We were about to go to dinner with some friends. We were driving around on the motorbike. We had our puppy sitting in front of us on the motorbike. We're a little late, so I'm going to go into a store and grab something. I said, Zeta, hey, how about you stay out here for a minute? Because, it'd be faster if I just go in and get it. She's like, yeah, sure. So she's hanging out outside. She didn't even take the helmet off her head. She's still just, standing there waiting for me. I come out of the store, and I remember so clearly. I'm up a few stairs, and I look down. The motorbike is parked right there in front of the store. She's next to the side of it. It all plays out right in front of me. And the way it plays out is I look down, I see our dog, who's still kind of tied on with her leash to the motorbike. She sees another dog that she wants to go play with. She runs toward it. The leash catches on the bike. The bike tips over. We were on a little bit of a hill, falls right on top of Zeta. I screamed involuntarily, help! Leapt down the steps, and just as I got there, somebody came up, helped me lift the motorbike off, and by the grace of goodness, she was not even hurt. She was scared, she was crying. I was scared, I was crying. It gave me one of those moments of blessings. And this may sound a little bit weird, and yet on some level I think that practice allowed for something less negative or dramatic to occur. I don't even know. I'm just saying that's how it occurs to me now. So to bring this all the way around though for you, to you, is Mindset Mini. What about Memento Mori for you? What if you take on this practice? Maybe right now, turn the video off, close your eyes, and think about what is something that's precious to you that if you lost it, it would be horrible. And actually dive into that, rehearse it, feel it for a moment. And when you come back, you tell me, do you not feel so much more appreciative of what's in your life now? More present in life now? All right, y'all, I hope that's helpful, useful, interesting. If so, please like, subscribe, share, pass it along. Let's together create more vibrancy in the world. Aloha.